Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk about Plato and the Republic. I figured the best place to start would be telling you why you need to, well, not you need to, but, why should you read the Republic or why should you care about Plato? And the best way that I can put it is Plato is medicine for the soul. His dialogues are like they function like a balm. You apply it to your soul and it suits your soul. It's an antidote, a cure to nihilism. The Republic specifically, it's about everything that is worth discussing. It's about knowledge, the nature of justice, what is goodness, education, how can harmony be achieved within the soul and by extension the society, because the soul is a reflection of the society and the society a reflection of the soul. So yeah, it's about all that. He does this through dialogue. Plato constructs concepts. A lot of the concepts that you and I take for granted are things that Plato came up with. They didn't originally exist. An example would be equality, for example. That was something that did not exist to the Greeks. If you went up to an average Athenian or a Spartan and told them that all human beings are equal or all men are equal or whatever way you wanted to phrase it, they would laugh at you and think you were stupid because obviously all men are not equal in their eyes. Another example is self control. Plato invents self control. That's another thing that did not exist to the Greeks. In the Iliad, we have Achilles in one of the scenes. He's in front of King Agamemnon, and King pisses him off. He gets angry. The result of that anger is what he thinks, would be the best course of action after getting angry, after the king has angered him, is to kill King Agamemnon, and you have Athena come down and intervene and stop Achilles from killing King Agamemnon. Think about what's happening there, right? Like you have divine intervention for Achilles to not murder someone. God has to come down for that not to happen. So yeah, self-contained exists, equality does not exist. The right conception of justice, as Plato views it, doesn't exist. So he's going to reinvent what justice is. Delving into the characters, the main character of the book, Socrates. Socrates is a unique character. If you think about the era that he grows up in, right? So around that era, you have a bunch of warrior cultures fighting amongst each other, trying to invade, trying to conquer the most amount of land, get the most amount of resources. Further east, you have men in India and China largely doing the same thing. Even in Africa, you also have men largely doing the same thing, conquering, invading, killing each other. Earlier in the video about Achilles, we have these great Greek heroes that a young man growing up would learn about. If you were, as soon as you could read and write, you would go to Homer or Hesiod, or you would go to any of the famous poets, and they would tell you about the deeds of Achilles, of Perseus, or Odysseus. A lot of yeses. If you got that reference, you're a man of culture. Learning about Achilles and learning about Odysseus, you find out that there are two main modes of problem solving. For Achilles, it's I'll kill you because he's really good at killing people. So he'll kill you. That's his main mode of problem solving. For Odysseus, it's I'll trick you. I'll outsmart you because Odysseus isn't just bronze, he's brain and bronze. But Socrates says that, well, actually, you're tricking yourself, and eventually that will lead to you killing yourself. There's nothing like Plato's dialogues in the whole of Western civilization. Alfred North Whitehead said, the whole of Western civilization or Western philosophy, sorry, is merely a series of footnotes to Plato. So, yeah, think about that for a second. That everything that has come after Plato is merely a response to Plato. So, it's a remarkable feat what this Greek wrestler was able to achieve. Hesiod is version 1.0 of the great Greek teacher, Homer is version 2.0, and Plato is version 3.0. He is coming in with a project to solve all of the major problems of his time. You know, political philosophy, moral knowledge, natural sciences, education, poetry. He is taking it all. He does it with magnificent skill. He says the education we've received from Homer and Hesiod is not good enough. It's subpar. And I'm going to come and gun every single one of them down. So, and it's not just Homer and Hesiod either. It's Aristophanes, it's Aeschylus, it's Sophocles, it's Orpheus, everyone. So in the next video, I'm going to delve a little bit into Homer. No, sorry, not Homer, Hesiod, and his poetry, both works and days and theogony, and delving into the concept of excellence and human virtue. Because if you think about a young person going to learn about human excellence, virtue, you would go to Homer and you would go to Hesiod. And if you are learning about Achilles, and what Achilles is primarily good at is killing people, you will also want to be good at killing people. You learn about Odysseus and he's good at tricking people. You will also want to be good at tricking people. Plato is going to come along and say that is not good enough. He's going to scrap everything. He's going to build everything from the ground up. It's a reevaluation of all values. Plato is an architect of reality, and he's going to construct a model of reality. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one.